the start of the week, do you already know of the plays you're going to get in and what you're going to do, or is it a game time decision?
Before the start of the week?
Yes.
No, I mean, we have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday installs, so it kind of comes in every day. But once you get to Friday, you have a pretty good idea that, hey, this might be a heavier week for me. And going into this game, I felt like I was going to have certainly more opportunities.
No adjustment during the game? I mean, do you guys have situations?
We made a few little adjustments, but no, I mean, I felt like that was an emphasis this week to try to get me more involved.
Taysom, I know your role is constantly evolving, but I mean, has it been less pass catching and now more of this than you expected, or this is sort of what you envisioned your role to be this week?
Look, I think every week is a little bit different, and Jameis has been a little banged up, and so that kind of limited me in what I think the plan was supposed to be at the start of the season. And so, look, I think every week I go in and I prepare for what I'm going to be asked to do, and this is just it's a fluid deal, and I think I anticipate it being that way for the rest of at least this season.
Taysom, what's it like for you just when you have it going like that emotionally? I mean, what's it like inside?
I mean, man, it's so much fun when you get opportunities with your teammates, right? Those are the moments that you remember. Those are the moments you cherish when you can make a play and you see your teammates come and celebrate with you. That's what it's all about. Football's a lot more fun when you're making plays and you're winning football games, and that was that. Had a lot of fun today. I don't know. I mean, look, I think statistically, it was probably one of my best games I've ever had in the NFL.
A lot of touchdowns today, but can you break down the last one, the long run?
Yeah, look, I think obviously that was a big play. They knew we were going to run the ball, 3rd and short, and so they were clearly selling out to stop the run. And if you get by the first level of defense, there's nobody left. And so once I broke contain, I knew it was a foot race. And I think if I was 5 yards further back, I don't know if I would have got in. But look, we made it work.
Taysom, what can you tell us about the touchdown pass that you threw? Were you always going to throw that ball, or were you thinking about tucking and running?
No, I was going to throw it. Look, we talked at halftime. I think that was kind of just the classic, hey, we want to run the ball to set up the pass game. And so as we came into halftime, Pete and I talked and said, hey, we really like this play, so don't be surprised. That'll probably be one of my first plays to get to with you. And he dialed it up perfectly.
Kind of piggybacking off of that, your perfect passer rating today. That's pretty interesting, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you throw one pass and it works out that well, it's easy. I think, look, that was just a culmination of, Trout recognizing the right coverage, running the right route. Because look, if I'm being honest, I personally was expecting a different coverage than what we got, and I suspect Trout was too. But man, he's a smart football player. He read it perfectly, and the rest is history.
Taysom, you say your role is fluid, but you're being modest. You figured earlier in the week you would get more involved, but would you have ever guessed you'd be this involved and have a game like this?
I mean, you always hope, right? I think as you prepare, I think my mindset is that, man, I'm going to take advantage of every opportunity, and I felt like I was going to get more opportunities this week, and so I did my part to make sure I was prepared for when it came up. And there's a lot of conversation about me right now, but man, when you can rush the ball for over 200 yards, those guys up front played very well against a really good defense, and their D-line was big and physical. The linebackers moved really well, and I felt like offensively we've kind of been right at this tipping point, and this was the game that we were ready for.
I know in years past you said that you were bulked up to play tight end, then you, I guess, lost weight and got a little more lean to play quarterback, and I assume this offseason maybe a little more bulk. Is it hard or easy to kind of yo-yo back and forth? Since I know they said you were going to play tight end, and now it seems like you're back playing more quarterback.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a yo-yo, but look, I think at the end of the day, what I've realized is, you know, I weigh like 230, 235 right now, and I feel good at that weight, and I'm just going to stay there and until somebody tells me otherwise.
Taysom, how long had you guys been sitting on that one to Troutman? I mean, I'm guessing it's been in there for a while. Had you been waiting to break it out? And how important is one like that going forward just to keep them honest, every defense?
Yeah, I mean, look, I've started football games at quarterback, and you know, we've won football games with me playing quarterback. So I think historically what I've been able to do has set up a lot of my QB runs, and I think that we've seen that in how defenses have played me. But certainly it's nice to get a play like that off the ground and have it go well, because you know they can no longer just key on one thing. And so I think looking forward, man, that makes it challenging for defenses.
You know, obviously you did throw that pass today, but you know, when you run Lewis and Landon out there and you're going mega jumbo, you know, it's pretty clear what you're trying to do. And what is it? How much confidence does that give you as an offense when you can kind of project? It's like we're going at you, and you can still convert like that. Yeah, a lot of confidence. You know, we talk about it. We carry plays like that every week, and you know, we say, man, we're gonna stay the course until somebody shows us that we can stop it. And you know, again, those guys come in and they've done such a great job up front to spring me for a lot of runs, a lot of touchdowns, and it's obviously challenging to stop with some of this QB run stuff.
Taysom, how needed was this win today after a 1-3 start to the season, just for this team's psyche, for this offense's, just the struggles that they've had all year? How important was this win today? Yeah, look, I mean, it was important. I don't want to overstate or undersell, you know, the importance of this win, but 1-3 doesn't feel great, obviously, and I felt like we needed a game like this just to get some confidence back, and you know, the expectation moving forward is that we just keep this thing rolling, and I think we know that we're a really talented football team, and we just need to continue to stack these wins.
To have more than 100 rushing yards, more than Alvin Kamara, can you add running back to your resume now too? Is it surreal?
No, I don't know. Look, I just work here and do what they ask.
Yeah, could you more generally, I mean, maybe just describe what it's like to not only be playing in a game with so many lead changes and big plays going both ways, but to be a central figure in such a game and coming on the right side?
Sorry, one more time. How does that feel to be part of a game
just
like that?
Yeah, what was it like? I mean, what do you recall just feeling about the tenor of this game? And
yeah, I felt like, you know, the vibes on the sideline was really positive. I felt like we had a lot of confidence offensively. So when we went down there, the expectation was that we were going to go score and take the lead back. And again, I felt like offensively in this team, like we know that we have a talented roster. And we've just made some silly mistakes that have caused us to lose some football games. And I feel like this was a game where, man, everybody was playing really well, and we were doing the right things. And, you know, so as we took the field, you know, we had a lot of confidence that we were going to go score and put us in a position to win this game.
And Taysom, I want to ask you about the special teams play. What did you see on the fumble, on the punt, and also just what was it like to be back on kickoff returns again?
Yeah, I mean, they went an unbalanced formation, so we have a little check that we make when they do that, and I don't know. I just ended up at the right place at the right time. I don't know who ended up hitting him and causing the fumble, but that was obviously a big play, and I feel like, you know, I've talked a lot offensively. We've had some struggles, and knowing that we have a good roster, but we just hadn't put it all together. I kind of feel that same way about our special teams unit, and I felt like coming out and making a game-changing play like that was really big for the unit as a whole, in our confidence and moving forward. And then the kickoff return stuff, you know, I was not anticipating that, but look, Riz said he needed some help, and so I was happy to do it. It had been a little while, but it was fun to be back out there with the guys. All good? Thanks, guys.